Welcome to Larry's Library, and welcome to another unboxing. I've got two boxes from InStockTrades.com and one from Amazon. Let's start with the Amazon box. It's pretty flippity-dippity, so you never know what you're going to get, but I kind of had to try with this one because I have so much on my backlog. I'm trying to catch it up in the most economically feasible way to do that. And oddly enough, Amazon had the best price on this one. They had it for 50% off, which used to be something that we could reliably, look for on In-Stock Trades or a couple of the other top tier discounters. But the 50% off is something that happens rarely nowadays at IST or anywhere really. That 50% on In-Stock Trades has slipped to what is it now? 43% at best, something like that. So, ordered this from Amazon. Actually, packaging wasn't too bad. We had some filler here, and the book is put in a box that is not super oversized. So, wow. Impressive for an Amazon packaging. That's for sure, because generally they suck hard. But looky here. And we've got some corner damage here. We have some blunting. But you know what? I think I can live with that. This is ElfQuest, the final quest. It's a little chunky guy. I think it's around 600 pages or so. You can see it's a thick boy. It is standard size, like nearly all of the ElfQuest collections, sadly. But it is a nice hardcover from Dark Horse. They do really well with these. They're one of my favorites as far as hardcover, publishers. Dark Horse is nice. So, like I said, we have some corner blunting at the bottom here. None at the top or the back sides. See if I can get that to focus here. Sorry about that. It wants to focus on my eyeballs. But, ultimately, that is what a hardcover is for. It's to absorb these impacts so they, see if I can get a good close-up there, so that they don't reach the pages themselves, which is what's really important. And a lot of times you can take these corner bluntings and straighten them back out. And I think I've kind of done that right here, just with my fingers. So yeah, I don't think I'll send this back. For 50% off, the shrink wrap is intact, pages look good. I will open this up and give it a good stretching, and then I'll find out if any of the pages are damaged. But it doesn't look like they are, and this is one I needed for sure. I have not read this. This is not part of, I don't think this was part of the, what am I trying to say? The Epic Comics era. I think this came later. So, never read it. Gonna read it. So, happy to get that one in. And at 50% off. What are you gonna do? Don't know why it was 50% off, but it was. Because that's not a typical Amazon discount. Now, on to InStockTrades.com. And we'll do the heavy, smaller one before we do the bigger, lighter one. Now, how do I get this open? Love these boxes. You just cut the tape on the one side and just opens right up. Look at that. Very nice. Best in the business for packing and shipping, that's for sure. My invoice out of the way. Let's see how these are nestled down in here with the custom insert. And the first book is that there for a second. This is the Invisible Man hardcover. I believe this is the DM cover variant. And I chose this one not because I like this cover better. I liked them both equally. But this one, for some reason, was at a bigger discount on in-stock trades than the other cover. Which is weird, because usually the DMs are higher, but what do you do? So I think I got this for like $12.49 with a cover of probably $19.99. Don't have my glasses in here. Forgot to bring them again. Oh, gotta stop doing that. But anyway, this is oversized, as you can see here. See, here's your standard size on the ElfQuest, the Final Quest. And then see how much bigger this Invisible Man is. Now, this is part of the Universal Monster series from, what's that called? Skybound, which is an imprint under Image. It's Kirkman's imprint, Skybound. And he's been doing a pretty great job with these Universal Monster stories. This one is written by James Tinian. So, art by Brad Simpson. No? Danny? Danny. I think the art's by Danny. Brad Simpson's probably the inker or the colorist. I'll look that up and I'll put a little notation up here to verify that in post. But yeah. So I have enjoyed all of the Universal Monster series books I've read from them. So happy to get that. Now, the last item in here out of the way is The Death of Captain Marvel, aka Captain Marvel Omnibus Volume 2. Get the spine here. I am not in love with this cover, not at all. This would not have been my choice. But again, I'm going for saving some bucks here. And this one was, I believe, 50% off on IST. The other cover, the DM cover, is, I think it's still, I don't think it's out of print yet, but it was like much better cover. I think it was a Starlin cover. So I hated to pass it up, but I wasn't really willing to pay like $10, $12 more for a different dust jacket. I know some of y'all would do that, but not me. If all things are equal, I'm going to choose the cover I like better. But if I can save 10, 12 bucks, I'm probably going to take the crappier cover. I mean, I don't hate this cover, but I'm not in love with it. I don't really like the sort of Superman-esque legs apart flying pose. Not a big fan of that. But, but this will complete the Captain Marvel original series, which I've never read all of that. You know, I have the first omnibus, and now I have the last one, the second one. So this brings you all the way up, I think, to Jim Starlin's iconic Death of Captain Marvel graphic novel, which I have that and I've read it, but I have not read all of the issues of the series before that. So I will finally get to do that. I've read a smattering of them over the years, you know, some way back when I was a little kid. So I'm really happy to be able to read the whole thing straight through now. And in a nice oversized format. So awesome, I finally got that. Now, here's the last one. It's big, there's a little slop in here, which is very unlike IST. So hopefully this is okay. We'll find out. Well, there are plenty of bubbles in here. And the way it's nestled in there. Yeah, there's a little movement, but it's so padded that even if it moves, it's not going to cause any blunting. So I expect this is going to be just fine. Invoice. And this one only has one item in it. It's this great, big, beautiful bastard right here. This is The Amazing Spider-Man, the Black Costume Archive Edition. It's kind of a long title because it's a gallery edition, but it's also the archive edition. Now, what the difference there is, the regular galleries are usually thinner than this. Not always. My Jim Starlin, Adam Warlock by Jim Starlin gallery. It's at least as thick as this, but most of them are thinner, and they're this beautiful size. Love this size. The gallery edition is my favorite Marvel hardcover format. Unfortunately, rumors have it that these are being discontinued, so we may not see any new galleries. Not sure about that. We'll see how that goes. But luckily, I think I have almost all of the galleries I want. Missing maybe 2 with this one. I think maybe 2 I'm missing. But yeah, I'll link up above my gallery edition tour video I did, where I show all of the galleries, Marvel galleries I had up to that point. So this collects, let's see, what does it all collect? This is Amazing Spider-Man 252 to 263. I think that's what it says without my glasses. But yeah, so this is all of your, the black costume issues. I had the first one, the one that's this cover, back in my old collection as a single. But anyway, I was going to say the difference between the Archive Edition gallery editions versus the regular gallery editions is the gallery editions don't have ads. But the ones marked Archive Edition like this have all the original ads in here, as well as reproducing the comics. So, you know, that's kind of a cool thing. I like seeing the old ads on an old classic collection like this, of older material. Of course, I would not want the ads in current material. If I was going to buy something for current material, that would suck. So, you know, so it's kind of a thing. Oh, look at that. It tells right there. In big letters, even I can read without glasses. Amazing Spider-Man 252 to 263. Right there on the cover. How'd I miss that? But yeah, so I am happy to get this one before it went out of print, because that's probably going to happen. Let's see if I can read this without my glasses. This was $56.25 on IST right now. So pretty good. I think that's close to 50% off. Yeah, because this was originally a $125 cover, which most of the galleries aren't this expensive either, you know, as far as list price. But yeah, really happy to get this. I started to get the omnibus that collects these issues, and then I decided not to, because I read on Reddit and other places that Omni, I forget which volume it is, has some really bad, pretty crappy misprints in it, with pages out of order and other weirdness. I'm not seeing that reported on this. So, and I like the gallery format better anyway, so, you know, this is how I'm going. And I did not get that Omni, but I got it in gallery. So that is what I got this time around. Check it out. Invisible Man. And this little gem from Amazon, of all places, that came in not too bad a condition. So I'm going to keep it, assuming the pages are good. I think they are. So hope you like taking a look at these. I'll catch you next time.